My boyfriend, 26, slept with a friends with benefits after 3 dates, but before exclusivity.
I don't know how to.
My boyfriend, 26 male, and I, 25 female, have been together for 6 months now. Last week, something came up, and I asked him when the last time he had slept with someone before me was. He hesitated, trying to remember, and eventually pieced together that it had been about 3 weeks after we started seeing each other, around the time of our third date. He was honest about it, completely upfront. He told me he hadn't thought it was a big deal back then, nor does he see it as a problem now, which is why he never mentioned it. In his mind, we weren't officially together yet, so he thought it was fine. He did admit, though, that afterward he felt kind of bad because he already had feelings developing for me. But he assumed I wouldn't have an issue with it and said that, if anything, it made him realize even more that he wanted things to progress with me. The girl he slept with was someone he had been casually seeing every couple of weeks, purely physical, no feelings involved. During those 3 weeks, he had still been talking to her, but they only slept together that one time. And then, the very next night, he and I saw each other and had the exclusivity talk, the conversation where he officially cut things off with her. I don't know how to feel. I love him so much, and I truly believed he was my forever, but now I can't stop thinking about this. I know it was early, but over those first 3 dates, we had spent a lot of time together. We had talked about our feelings, discussed what we wanted in a relationship, and messaged each other every day. I specifically remember asking if he was seeing anyone else, and he had said no. Now he tells me he didn't mention it because, at the time, he didn't think it mattered. He was already planning to end things with her regardless. He insists that he hadn't planned to sleep with her again, but she had been asking to see him a lot, and he figured, in that moment, that there was nothing wrong with seeing her that last time. We hadn't even kissed yet during that period, let alone had sex. But we were getting closer, emotionally. I had even told him back then that I was fine if he was still chatting with other girls. I just didn't want to be under the impression that I was the only one while he was still seeing other people. And he had assured me that he was only interested in me. He says now that he meant that sleeping with her didn't change anything for him, that it wasn't about feelings. He understands why I'm hurt. He admits it wasn't the best decision, but still believes it's not something that should affect us now. He doesn't want to lose me over this. I just don't know what to do. I overthink everything, and I don't know if I'm making this a bigger deal than it needs to be, or if I have every right to feel the way I do.